Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Vertigo!
It's really hard to say anything about this game and keep my short review spoilers free, but I will try my best. So here you are a person and you do things in the world, and there are adventures and dialogues, and things happen. There, a true spoiler free review. I'm just kidding. Anyway, jokes aside, this is an original story about obsession, manipulation and madness, inspired by Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece Vertigo. You will experience a powerful narrative paying tribute to the visual and storytelling techniques of the thriller genre. You will investigate what happened through the vision of three characters. Everyone has a different story to tell, and in the end all the pieces will come together solving a terrible mystery. Along the way you will explore several timelines to cross-check the events and separate reality from deceptive memories. You know, reality is sometimes worse than madness. Steering Abyss. This is an indie tactical squad-based game with strong RPG elements. Here you'll uncover the ancient mysteries of the oceans depicted in the classic style of Lovecraftian horror. You take charge of the surviving crew of a submarine that sinks while on a top-secret research mission during the early years of the Cold War. You find yourself surrounded by the ruins of a forgotten civilization, and your vessel is too badly damaged to escape the seabed. You slowly unravel all the mysteries of the depths in a desperate quest to rescue your missing crew members and fix the crippled submarine. The choices you make determine the fate of your crew and the entire world. People on Steam are saying that here XCOM meets Cthulhu, and that is all you need to know. If you are in doubt, you can play free demo version. Ghostwire Tokyo. Here the city is overrun by deadly supernatural forces after 99% of the population just vanished, so you will use a powerful arsenal of spectral abilities to fight the paranormal threat and unravel the mystery behind the mass disappearance. It may sound and look a bit like a horror game, but the main emphasis is not on the horror, rather on the fast-paced gameplay where you use your powerful abilities and can fight various ghosts like a true Ghostbuster, or more like a Ghost Eliminator, because you kill them.
How can you kill somebody who's already dead?
Oh, shut up, it's not a science game. And seriously, the game has a rating that allows 12-year-olds to play, so grow your mental balls and dive in. Tyranny. In a realm where the tyrant has already won, you must decide how to reshape the world. Will you become an all-powerful dictator, or will you strengthen the pillars of a new regime? You are not a random villager here. In fact, you will wield a vast amount of power in the occupied lands. So basically, you are some kind of a Littlefinger. Just be careful to not end up like Littlefinger as well. So in Tyranny, your actions really matter, and no decision here is truly black or white.
Or Asian.
The choices here are morally obscure and will never let you out of the situation easily. People on Steam really love that this game is very detailed and the world itself feels alive and immersive. The combat might be challenging, but it is fair, since it rewards the players who take the time to strategize. Just be warned that Tyranny is more like a book. Be ready for the walls of text everywhere you go. Papetura. This is a handcrafted puzzle adventure game made entirely out of paper. Along with atmospheric music, it creates a mysterious and unique paper world shrouded in shadow and light. Here you will live the story of a lonely paper creature trapped in a flowery prison. One day you manage to escape and find a magical being. Together you will have to face dark and flaming monsters, which will try to burn down your beloved paper world. The game is short, it will take only about 2 hours to beat. But that is okay, price is nice and positive reviews on Steam are above 90%. Here everything is made out of paper, from tiny insects, strange creatures and monsters to truly magical locations. You will also encounter interesting puzzles and beautiful animation. The game is suitable for everyone. There are no dialogues, just story and action. Expeditions Rome. This is an indirect sequel of Expeditions Viking, and it has already accumulated a very positive review score on Steam. So here you can create your own Roman legacy, customize your character's look, gender, class and skills to match your playstyle and role-playing fantasy. Although I doubt that you will find a slider for a ding-dong size, like we have in Cyberpunk. That would be a pleasant surprise. So here, as in the prequel, you will engage in tactical turn-based combat powered by an extensive skill-based action system, where every weapon changes your potency on the battlefield. This is a great game for the people who like to use the tiny organ between our ears. People on Steam are saying that this is an interesting, a bit underrated RPG game that takes a huge amount of time to beat, but gameplay almost never gets boring. Cloudpunk. Here you will play as a person named Rania. This is your first night working for Cloudpunk, a semi-legal delivery company based in the sprawling city of Nivalis. You go everywhere, from the marrow below to the spires that pierce the grey clouds high above. No delivery job is too dangerous and no one is faster than a Cloudpunk driver. You never ask what's in the package you are delivering, but, you know, one day everything went south and suddenly you will have to unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers and rogue AI. Great original game. STASIS, Bone Totem. Perhaps I should start with the fact that the game has an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam. That is always a great sign. Here you will take control of Mac and Charlie, a husband and wife duo who make their living by searching the ocean for salvage. But when you stumble upon an abandoned oil rig in the Pacific Ocean, you uncover a horrific secret, and the evil corporation behind it will do anything to keep it hidden. As you embark on your adventure, you will encounter an immersive narrative filled with spine-tingling horror and unexpected twists. STASIS Bone Totem, despite being a psychological horror game, is kinda relaxing because of the point-and-click nature and an interesting puzzles to solve. For Triumph. This is a hybrid between Heroes of Might and Magic and traditional XCOM-centric games, meaning that you have a large world map where you can free roam and search for various treasures, and the battle map where all the action is happening, and there you can actually utilize your surroundings. Every tree or boulder is a potential weapon in battle, so here you will lead a band of heroes with different skill sets through a witty and funny fantasy plot. Yeah, the game doesn't take itself seriously, but that sometimes can be repulsive for more serious players. The game looks and feels like a cartoon, but the difficulty is not childish, believe you me. I played it on normal and it felt like a nightmare. Although if you are used to getting free games from Epic, check your library, you may already have it. Lethal Company. This co-op game is a phenomenon that hit the gaming world without a warning. Overwhelmingly positive reviews on early access games are not what you see every day, and this result is achieved by around 300,000 reviews. That is mind-blowing. Anyway, here you are a contracted worker for the company. Your job is to collect scrap from abandoned industrialized moons to meet the company's profit quota. You can use the cash you earn to travel to new moons with higher risks and rewards, or you can buy fancy suits and decorations for your ship. Also, you will experience nature. By scanning any creature, you will add them to your bestiary, but mostly you will explore the wondrous outdoors and crawl inside their derelict steel and concrete underbellies. Just keep one thing in mind, never miss the quota. Also, it may look like a horror game, but believe me, it's way worse. The Age of Decadence. As developers of this game say, traditionally many fantasy RPGs are about killing things, clearing up dungeons and being a hero, but Age of Decadence wants nothing to do with kobolds, just as it wants nothing to do with doodads or
unimaginable power.
The overarching idea is a crumbling society divided among three noble houses, each fumbling around in its own version of darkness to comprehend what destroyed the world. That's the central mystery. So here you are, the detective, piecing together what really happened from different accounts. So basically this is a low fantasy post-apocalyptic game, which is way less common than usual post-apocalypse with irradiated wasteland anywhere you go. The game is not very long, it will take around 14 hours to finish, but be aware of various bugs and glitches. Not everyone experienced those, but to be sure you can download a demo version on Steam absolutely free and just test it out. Invisible Ink. You'll control the secret agents, and with their help you will infiltrate the world's most dangerous corporations. Stealth, precision and teamwork are essential in high-stakes, high-profit missions, where every move may cost you your life. You will start with one of the 10 unlockable agents, plus 6 agent variants and 6 starting programs to crack corporate security. Locations, threats and loot are randomly generated, so each playthrough is different. People on Steam are saying that the game is criminally underplayed, so I'm spreading awareness and letting you know about it. The game is kinda old, but ticks all the boxes if you like the genre in general. Invisible Ink has more than 90% of positive reviews, left by about 5,000 players who bought it. Hand of Fate 2. This is a dungeon crawler set in a dark fantasy world. Here you'll try to master a living board game, where every stage of the adventure is drawn from a deck of legendary encounters chosen by you. So choose wisely. Your opponent, the enigmatic dealer, will try to make you feel helpless and pathetic. People on Steam are saying that the combat is a bit clunky, but the atmosphere, art style and the narration of the game makes Hand of Fate really enjoyable and fun. Although keep in mind that the game is kinda difficult, also heavily based on luck. You know, it's a card game after all. well, and that may be frustrating if you have an unlucky day when everything falls apart. So before playing, throw a coin into the air 3 times and try to guess heads or tails. If you'll be correct at least 2 times, play the game. Luck is with you today.
And what if this was the last drop of luck? What if guessing heads or tails right was the luckiest thing that happened today?
Well, in this instance, I'll think you'll know that you are screwed right away. Game is not forgiving. UnderMine. This is an action-adventure roguelike that blends combat and dungeon crawling with RPG-like progression. Mine gold, die, upgrade yourself, and then try again. Discover hundreds of items including relics, potions, blessings and curses that all stack for a new experience every run. Challenge dangerous bosses and rescue helpful characters that provide new upgrades for your adventure. Also decipher the cryptic messages of the UnderMine's residents and unfold the mystery at the heart of the dungeon. People on Steam are saying that the game reminds them of one thing, like someone took the mines from Stardew Valley, upgraded them heavily and made them into a game. UnderMine has about 90% of positive reviews, but some people complain that it is unbalanced and can infuriate you. But hey, you play these games and hope to die just to be reborn stronger again. Expeditions Viking. Game description says, a small band of Norse warriors lands on the shores of England. History may have forgotten their names, but their actions live on. Well, as I always say, the actions Vikings made in real-life England involved a lot of pillaging and other crimes, like, you know, killing. So romantic and songs-worthy. Anyway, as the newly appointed chieftain of a modest Viking clan, you'll have a village of your very own. But to carve your name into the runestones of history, you'll need great strength and great wealth to grow your village's prosperity. There is little left to be gained from the Norse lands, and so you must set your sights on the seas to the west, where tales speak of a great island filled with treasure and slaves ready for the taking. Game has a very positive review score on Steam, but there are also quite a few comments saying that the game is a bit too slow, you know, just like your sister. Ready or not? He will take the role of the commander of the SWAT. You will have to compose the team from a large roster of unique talents, give tactical orders, carefully plan and carry out various super dangerous missions. You are also obligated to look after your team's mental and physical health. Officers with unaddressed, deteriorating mental status may be unable to properly perform their duties, or even feel compelled to quit the force. Incapacitated officers may be temporarily unavailable for missions with a tragic prospect of death leading to a permanent loss. So you are not just a leader, you are their mama as well. Also, you will have access to the best weapons and equipment, including many new acquisitions. However, customization isn't limited to the equipment you use. While performing remarkable actions alongside your team, you'll earn various stuff. The patches on your sleeves, the artwork for your skin, and potentially even the timepiece on your wrist. That Casio for 10 euros will bring the envy from other officers and earn you respect. Or not. Probably not, definitely not. People are saying that the game will make you proud of being American, even if in real life you are some terrorist living in a cave defeathering eagles and hating freedom. Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game. Hundreds of years ago, a spaceship with 50,000 colonists was sent from Earth to colonize Proxima Centauri. You, as one of the colonists, will never feel the sun under a blue sky, never hear the wind in the branches of a tree, never swim in the ocean, never drink delicious vodka in Lithuania or Żywiec beer in Poland, and never taste the incredible rotten canned herring in Sweden. Well, maybe it's not a big loss with the latter, to be fair. And all this happened because you had the misfortune to be born in the ship, chained to a fate you didn't choose. You have never seen Earth, and you will never see Proxima Centauri either. You are doomed to live and die on the ship in the name of the mission, like your father before you, like his father before him. So in Colony Ship you will find a skill-based character system with feats and biological implants. Also, you can choose from 12 recruitable party members with different personalities, agendas and beliefs. Game has a very positive review score, so if you want to live a meaningless life with nothing to lose, I mean, if you are not already doing that in real life, this is your chance to have fun. Surviving Mars. Most of us can barely survive casual Monday, so this task is for the bravest. So here the time has come to stake your claim on the Red Planet and build the first functioning human colonies on Mars.
Mars.
Oh, shut up. All you need are supplies, oxygen, decades of training, expertise in taming the ostriches, experience with sandstorms, a lot of patience, and 2 bowls of potato salad. Because building a colony on a distant planet is not a task for losers. And you know what losers hate? That's right, losers hate well-made potato salad. It's common knowledge, you don't need any proof for that. What I like about this game is aesthetics. Although this is obviously a future of humanity, a wet dream of Elmo, it is also somehow in the past. It has a vibe of 1960s and unique retro-futuristic architecture. Basically what we would have now if we invented space travel about 100 years earlier. Although be warned that this cheap game is also a gateway game for spending more money on DLCs. SnowRunner. Well, this is officially a realistic driving game, about getting from point A to point B while transporting various cargo. But I would rather call it a Souls-like roguelite puzzle game. Of course, not in the real terms, but rather metaphorically, because the game is insanely hard and you will be doing the same task again and again. Basically, here you have to drive a heavy load truck to the appointed destination. But the trick here is that the road is not what you normally expect. You will have to deal with snow and mud, ice, rivers, fallen trees, and so on. And if you get stuck for real, that's kinda it, you will have to try again. And of course, avoid mistakes of the past, which you can't in real life. You know, all the mistakes you made in your life led you to this very moment where you watch my video. Yeah, well, honestly, if you would have done something differently, you could have ended up in a lava lake instead, or in the belly of a shark. So maybe your decisions were not that bad. Pat yourself on the shoulder. Anno 1800s. Here you will take charge of your own future as you navigate the rapidly evolving technological landscape and malicious political arena of the 19th century. In other words, here you will have to build an empire that will reach from the stinky cities of Europe to the untouched jungles of South America. Game is rich with technological innovations and conspiracies, so it will provide you an opportunity to prove your skills as a ruler. Or, you know, to disappoint everyone more likely. You will create huge cities, plan efficient logistic networks, settle on an exotic new continents, send out expeditions around the globe and dominate your opponents by diplomacy, trade, warfare, and your pure awesomeness. The bad thing about this game is that it is armed with DRM and requires a Ubisoft account. Sometimes I think that they do everything to repel you from buying their games. Those features do nothing, you can find the game in every pirate website anyway, so why even bother? Anyway, about 80% of reviews are positive, so if town builders are your spoon of potato salad, it may be an interesting choice for you.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.